Hi guys! So if you're looking at this, you're probably researching the TPLO surgery that takes place on larger dogs to fix their cranial cruciate ligament. This is Chop. He's a almost 3-year-old Rottweiler. He was chasing a squirrel. He already had a partial tear, was taking it easy, and then, he took off and he had a total tear. So within a month, we got this TPLO surgery done. And what it is where they put in a plate and 6 screws in his leg, and he will be able to walk on it as if he had that cranial cruciate ligament again. It does involve sawing the bone in half, so it's pretty painful. It's very painful, and if your dog is getting this, just beware that when you're picking your dog up, it's going to be very difficult to see them in pain because they're not clearly used to this. They're not used to the pain that they're in. Even before, whenever they were walking on their leg that was already injured, this is, way more catastrophic to them. They don't really know what's going on. They're confused, but eventually after the recovery process, they will know that you helped them. So basically, we just got home about an hour ago. The clinic is a sports vet clinic in Savoy, Illinois. Dr. Jacobson did this surgery on Chop, and he did a great job with him. He said that everything went well under the anesthetics, so they'll put your dog to sleep completely with anesthetics first, maybe a sedation shot, and then they'll draw blood, do all the blood work, and look at the red blood cell count, white blood cell count on your dog, and just make sure that everything's good before they start the surgery. And whenever we picked him up, it was just really difficult for me because I'm a dog mom, I love him to death, he's my world, but he was in so much pain. It was very difficult for him to walk, but on the way out, they stuck him and gave him another pain injection for pain medicine. And it seems to be in effect right now, as well as, the sedatives that he's had all day. He's been on an IV catheter receiving sedation and pain medication, as well as just hydrating fluids. So this is where the IV catheter went in. They'll just shave that spot of your dog's arm. I did take off this not too long ago because they said we could. And they tried to take it off there, but he's a little stubborn. He doesn't like the vet. So actually the first time we took him in to get this surgery, he did not sedate. So we had to take him back again today with a vet tech from our vet here in town, and she took care of that. So finally the surgery got done. Just beware whenever this is your first night home, it is going to be the hardest night of your life. It is difficult to see your dog in pain. It is difficult to manage yourself and trying to keep yourself together because you're going to be upset about your dog being in pain. Crying and whimpering is normal even with any sedation and anesthetic that a dog goes under, we were told in our post-op surgery discussion. We were told that he will whimper and cry throughout the night. Howling and all that is common, but that's just common after any anesthetic, and it may not be pain induced, but he is in pain. So your dog is going to have its legs shaved, as you can see, and then this is just like a sports wrap, just like the one that was on his arm. Chop is a very big dog. He's about 140 pounds, so the swelling is going to be worse on him because he has such a big leg. They said that it will be swollen, but not to be alarmed. He just had surgery just like a human. It's going to be swollen. This only has to stay on until tomorrow, so we can actually take this wrap off tomorrow anytime. I'm going to probably take it off in the afternoon just to give it a little time. They said if it slips off, that's fine. The e-collar, this cone, he is going to have to wear that. They said to keep it on probably for 2 weeks just because they don't want him to get in the sutures. Now what's really cool is Dr. Jacobson, he did the sutures are on the inside of the incision. So he doesn't have to go get any of the stitches taken out, which is probably what most vets do with this surgery that I've seen. So he doesn't have to go get them. They dissolve within, I think they said 4 to 6 months. So there's nothing that we have to do for that. The only thing we have to go back for is in 6 weeks we will be going back to check x-rays again to make sure that the bone is healing around the plate the way they want it to be. We did buy an inflatable collar, but we're going to wait a few days to put that on just to make sure that everything goes well. And this right there, you can see the 2 handles on it, and basically that is like a little support system. Put it underneath his abdomen and it will take off some of the weight, and we'll hold it up, and so whenever he goes, you know, down the small step that's on the deck out back to go outside, he'll be okay. We're going to bear some of the weight through that, and I highly recommend that, and they also highly recommend that. So do your dog that favor. Get that for your animal. It's going to help them more than you know. And most importantly, support them, because they know that you know they're in pain, and they know when you're upset too. So hold yourself together the best you can, and, you know, just comfort your pet in their best way. Chop loves whenever I pet him right between his eyes. I did that to him when he was a puppy, so in the car that really relaxed him, since we had almost an hour drive home. And just be very careful. You know, your dog can't be jumping up on stuff, not that he's gonna want to, and just be very, very cautious of what your dog's doing. Stick to the restrictions, seriously. See, I'm already doing one restriction where he has a collar and his leash on. So he will have a leash for about 6 weeks in our house, 6 to 8 weeks. He has to stay in a small room where he cannot jump up on anything, pace, or anything like that when we're not around. Or they highly recommend a crate, but he hates crates. We've already tried, so it's really not worth it to risk him hurting his leg by trying to force him into a crate. So we have a very small room we are putting him in. It's in the laundry room, so it's got the door open. He's able to see outside, but he can't move around a whole lot, and that's definitely the objective, to keep them rested and to keep them well rested, obviously just for recovery purposes. So basically your dog's gonna sleep a lot, and you need to let him sleep. He may not use the restroom until tomorrow, and they said honestly don't even try to take him out. Offer him water and food. He's probably not going to eat it. He's well hydrated. They've had IV catheter in him all day, so he's going to be okay. But yeah, this is what it looks like. We'll take that off tomorrow, and if I can figure it out, I do have his x-rays, the pictures of the before and after with the plates and the screws in his leg. So if I have a way to upload that, I will surely do that. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll answer any of your questions you have, and also I will be doing daily progressional videos for you, because I watched everyone else's videos and I just want other people to have a source to go to also and give back, because I'm an animal lover and I'm completely understanding of how difficult it is to see your animal in pain. So yeah, if you have any questions at all, just comment below and I will answer to the best of my ability. But other than that, this is Chop, and he's very strong. He's a very good boy, and we are ready to knock out this recovery.